Hey, welcome back to third 9 weeks benchmark. Let's look at G3. G3's got to do with cutting 3D shapes with planes. So some of it's sort of intuitive, but there's some things you can always remember that are always true. Here's a rectangular prism. It's got some dimensions on it. You don't need to know those. They're just asking you what 2D figure will result from vertically slicing it perpendicularly from one base to the other. So that means I'm going to slice it from top to bottom, up and down. And if you think about it, like if this was a block of cheese or something, if I were to take a cheese plane and just slice this rectangular face right here, underneath that would be another rectangle. And that's true no matter what rectangle. If I slice the top, I'd have a rectangle. If I slice, well actually I have a square too, to be specific, because it's 12 by 12. If I slice this side of it, I'd have a rectangle. So I'm going to get a rectangle if I slice perpendicular to the bases. That's true for any prism. Any prism perpendicular to the bases will be a rectangle. If it were like a triangular prism, I'm going to draw it the same orientation so you can sort of see it's like a Toblerone. If I were to slice from top to bottom, like with a cheese plane, if I were to slice this rectangle off, there'd be another rectangle, maybe slightly smaller, slightly skinnier behind it. It's true for anything. Trapezoidal prism, straight up and down, perpendicular to the bases, no matter what, no matter how I slice it. Even if I slice it kind of diagonally through here, as long as I go perpendicular to the bases, I'm going to get a rectangular face back out again when I slice it. So it's pretty cool, always works like that. If I'm slicing a cone or a pyramid perpendicular to the bases, it would be a triangle. Cone or pyramid would give you a triangle. If you slice it top to bottom through the base, perpendicular to the base. Other shapes you can get, if you've got three faces coming together, you can always slice like a corner off and get a triangle. If you've got, trying to think about trapezoid. Oh, if you've got, you can get a trapezoid. If I were to slice like across this face and not straight down, but kind of like diagonally to the back, because what'll happen is I'll have a wider base if I do that at the back end. So I could get a trapezoid out of it, get a triangle. I can get a square as long as I've got some way where my slice this way and slice that way, however it goes, can be the same distance. Otherwise it won't be a square. If I've got something that's got a different shaped base, like triangles, trapezoids, hexagons, if I slice parallel to my base, I can get that shape. Like if I do parallel to this, I get a trapezoid. You can't get a shape with more sides than you've got faces. I cannot get a hexagon. Well, I can get a hexagon. I can't get an octagon out of this thing. I can get a hexagon if I carefully hit this, 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 this. If I hit all 6 faces somehow, I can get a hexagon out of him. But I couldn't get an octagon because there's only 8. There's not 8 faces to cut through. All right, let's look at this. A square pyramid shown will be sliced vertically from top to the center, down on the bottom there. I think that's been cut off just to the center. The best cross section is going to be a triangle. If I'm going perpendicular to a base, it's going to be a triangle. Triangle, triangle, triangle. It's a pyramid. We're going to have triangles when you slice it top to bottom. If I slice parallel to the base, I get the same shape as the base, no matter what though. Like if I got an octagon on the base and I'm parallel to it, I'm going to get more octagons. That's just the way it works. Anytime I got a point, I can get a triangle. I can get a trapezoid out of this if I slice like from here diagonally down to the bottom, because I'm going to have a skinnier top than the bottom. But that's that. That's slicing stuff. I wonder if I have time to do number 24. It's a G4 question. Let's see. Okay. So circles. You got to figure out who got a radius or a diameter. Diameter is all the way across. So 6 inches. If I were to draw a picture of a clock, it'd be 6 inches all the way across. So my diameter is 6. What's the area? My area formula is pi times the radius squared. So I gotta find my radius. Halfway across is my radius, so my radius is half of 6. My area is, we're gonna use 3.14 for pi, times my radius, times my radius. So 3.14 times 3 times 3, and I mistyped. And I get 28.26. And that's going to be square inches. A, B.